The morons were out this weekend, baby.
Oh, bro, are they?
All right. Start with the facts. Dan Quinn likes to wear like fan-driven gear, right? He has worn, like if you go look,
every press conference he does something.
I think the first day of rookie minicamp when he didn't talk, he had this like hail shirt on that was definitely so the official licensed merchandise for the Commanders is coming from Nike. Via Fanatics, it comes from their website. Quinn wears stuff that is not officially licensed. Like he's done this before. So we get there Saturday. Dan Quinn's talking to the media. And the conversation a lot was about Jaden Daniels and then Johnny Newton's foot, which we should actually discuss. That's an actual football thing. So I tweet out this video of Quinn talking about
I did a still picture.
Right. About Quinn talking about Daniels, and what he loves the most is that you can't see. It's hard for everyone to see and know how much Jaden Daniels loves football, which is just such a cool answer. I really liked Quinn's answer. Did you notice on Saturday how they do that thing to start practice? Yeah.
I almost ran on the field. It got me hyped up, dude.
Well,
serious.
I asked him about that. He's like, yeah, we don't walk into anything. That's what walkthroughs are for.
Yeah.
It was it really sets a tone, right?
He said something about the bags.
Yeah.
They call it the bags.
They call it the bags.
Or something.
Yeah.
And I love the fact that everybody is involved, coaches and all.
Yep.
And the swiftness and things they're doing. But you look at they already have mastered it.
Right.
It's not like this is something they've been doing for months.
Right.
They did it
and
2
it's
days.
Rookies.
They did it 2 days, basically.
Most of those guys just got there.
Oh, bro, that was cool. I liked it because it's a lot of coaches do different things to set the tone for practice. I remember Andy would make sure we had to run. Once you hit the field, you run everywhere you go. And when practice started, you were already ready. You warmed up, ready to go. That right there, that sets the tone. You know, and I'm not sitting up there saying it's going to win games for you, but you know what? All the times I went out there to practice and I was yawning on the sideline because it was boring as hell, that will not be that's not going to be boring with that type of stuff going on. And then those rookies, they're handling business and they're moving swiftly.
Yeah. So we have a lot of actual football to talk about from our impressions out there.
Yeah.
But what stole the day Saturday? I mean, Friday there was so much excitement, interaction, like just engagement because of Jaden Daniels, right? What carried the day Saturday, and I didn't even notice or think of it. Like we were just talking to the coach about football. It was refreshing. But the video I posted, Dan Quinn is wearing a T-shirt with the Commander's W logo.
Had a feather on
and
it.
It had a feather on the side of it.
Yeah.
Like the old logo had that feather coming off the circle, right? I didn't even notice it until I got like 50 replies like, oh, man, look at the shirt, look at the shirt.
Well, I heard Nikki and John talking after it went over, and they were like, this is going to blow up. And they were right.
Totally. So once I realized all the replies I was getting, I said something to one of the team officials. I was like, yo, I think the shirt thing's going to blow up. And they're like, man, he likes to wear fan shirts. I don't know. You know, they're just like, it's a T-shirt. Like,
yeah, but that's the attitude to really have.
Right.
People have to stop assuming, you know, just because they see something, they feel it's going to match what they want. You know what I mean?
Right.
And just listen, the people already said what's what.
So
what's not happening.
Yeah, let's be unequivocal that you can wear. Frankly, I think it's a cool shirt. I think it's a cool kind of nostalgic tie to the old logo players that maybe have felt alienated in this process, whatever. But I think it's a T-shirt above all else. Like this, I want to read this. I found these quotes. When was this written? This is from last September. Okay, if you remember when Josh Harris bought the team, he and Mitch Rails and maybe Mark I don't remember exactly who, but like as they talked about the team, they said the word Redskins. They talked about how much they loved going to Skins games, right?
Yeah, and he was right in the fact that he was speaking about something that happened.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And people took that and ran with it are like, oh my God, they're going to change the name back. They were never going to change the name back. And in fact, Rails said that of changing the name back, this was when he was speaking to the Economic Club.
Yep.
That ship has sailed. We're not going to relitigate the past. We're about the future. We're about building the future and not having a divisive culture that we're engaged in. Like, folks, Josh Harris is the same thing. Josh Harris, this is right before week 1, said, I grew up in the glory years, and I remember the team from that era and worshiped it. But the old name, some of our fans felt disrespected by it, and sports is supposed to unify people. I didn't want the distraction, so we came out and we hopefully ended that conversation and got the focus back on football, where it should be.
Mm-hmm.
Then we had Jason Wright came on our show and said, changing the name back is not being considered, period.
Yeah.
Like, they have unequivocally told you they're not changing the name.
But people don't want to talk about that. They just want to think that they're trying to set them up and give them hints. Like, I had posted a picture saying Dan Quinn talking to the media, and the guy say, man, y'all think y'all slick. And I say, look, dude, I don't play the social media games. What the hell I wrote is exactly what I was trying to tell you. You know what I mean? And I think they have to understand that what makes them think that you, me, or anybody else is trying to go out there and play some game and go along with some plot. That's not what's happening.
Dude, it's a T-shirt. And I think everybody, let's start with it's a T-shirt. Number 2, the owners of the team have said clearly they're not changing the name back. That's 2. 3, and this I hate. Do you remember there was this like petition going online about change the name back? And it was like, oh, let's see if we can get 10,000 signatures, 50,000. It ended up getting hundreds of thousands of people signed it. One, signing an online petition is not really, it's a pretty low barrier to entry. Like, you just click on something on your phone and boom. So I don't really care that much about it. But what I hated, and if you remember, the people behind it were like trying to get on media stuff. They were trying to get on people's radar. And I said, if this was started by a fan group or something, I'd be interested, but this seems like it's a political cause for you. And sure enough, it was.
It was.
I don't know if you noticed this. They've got all these crazy protests going on college campuses, right? I happen to read this. At GW, they're having these protests.
Yeah.
And finally, the police came in and arrested.
33 people.
33 people.
9 were
students.
The rest of them
just professional troublemakers or protesters, whatever you want to say. I'm not entering into that debate, but the amount of people that are now entering into this debate that do not care one damn second about Kurt Gouveia or Barry Wilborn or Sean Taylor or Gus Frerotte or Sammy Baugh or Art Monk. They are not fans of this team. They are entering into political theater because a dude wore a T-shirt, GTFO, my life. Like, shut the up. Do not make a football organization that has finally gotten out of the shadows of the toxicity, and you've got a rookie at camp that everybody's excited about and a new coach who brings energy. Do not turn this into political theater. Please go bleep yourself. So to all of the morons that just jump on this thing, shut up. Get out of here. You're a carpetbagger.
And I second all of that. I second it all.
Get out of here. They're not going back. Could they change it? Maybe. But they're not going back. Yeah. And to fight about that.
But it's like, no matter what, like I've said it many a times, we acted like it was Dan that was causing all the issues. Well, there's a lot of people that sit around here that still try to cause issues. And they always want to bring up start some crap. They don't want to move forward. There are people that like trouble. They like bad stuff. They don't like this team. I don't think they want the team to be successful. They just want to go back to just go here. And no matter what you say or do, they always go back to it. Go out there, watch the team, and start asking for the team to get better. That's what you should want to do. when you're looking at a football team, it's not about just the colors, the name. It's about the players. And if the players are out there starting to get better, let's try and focus on it and think about that a little bit.
That's what I want to do. I think the whole 11 o'clock hour, we're just going to talk about our impressions of Jaden, of the rookie camp. And then this Johnny Newton foot thing is a thing. Like, it's the second-round pick who's got a boot on his other foot now. Now, the flip side of that is it's May, and he played through the injury last year in college for 6 games. So,
and it's the injury that it is not the Liz Frank, which when you have a Liz Frank, that's a problem.
It's the
Jones fracture.
Right.
And guys
it's just weird
have
that he got
historically come back from it all the time. But it's also when you hurt a foot, normally the other foot or the other leg gets some hindrance. And by him playing through it, could have cost the other thing.
Sure.
And it happens to be the Jones fracture, or they caught it soon enough where he could be back in August.
Let's go around and we'll officially put T-shirt gate to bed. Like, you know what I'm definitely not doing, Landfill? Taking freaking calls on T-shirt gate. I have one comment about T-shirt gate. Please shut up. Jeff, do you have a comment about T-shirt gate?
Let it go.
You all right, man?
Yeah, I had to clear my voice. I don't know what happened.
Landfill, one comment about T-shirt gate.
It was kind of a nice shirt.
I don't have one.
You can buy it. I got a billion bots in my replies telling me where to buy it. So if you're looking to buy the T-shirt, look for the bots on the internet. And Brian, any last comments on T-shirt gate?
Done.
B is done. I'm asking everyone to please shut up. It was a T-shirt.